Starting a side hustle business. You dream about it at work, while you're stuck in the morning commute, while you're forced to breathe in a man's armpit musk on the tube after a 10-hour day in the city.
Starting a side hustle business from home is the new way to get rich quick. We hate the phrase get rich quick because there's no way to get rich overnight, outside of the luck of winning the lottery or being given a fortune by a rich relative.
That said, it's the fastest way to go from being an average wage slave employee to being a financially independent work from home winner. Investing can make you rich in a decade or two, but a side hustle can do it in years or even months.
There is no luck involved in a side hustle. You put in the work, the hours, the effort, and often within the first couple of years, you can use the business systems that you've built to free yourself from the shackles of working at someone else's desk.
You viewers know that the only things that we're interested in talking about are investing, money, and businesses. And the same is true on YouTube as it is in real life.
Normal people, interested in celebrities, sports and cars, who make it through the first few seconds of a conversation with us about business without being bored with us, invariably agree with us that having a side hustle business would be awesome. They see the job-freeing and soul-restoring potential.
And then they follow with a list of why they could never start one, why they would love to but just can't. And we despair.
In this video are the top 10 excuses that people give us for not starting up a side hustle business with our solutions. Tell us in the comments if you've ever said one of these and if we've solved it or not. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Unshackled.com, the investing and finance channel that sets you and your finances free.
I'm Andy, that was Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe. And you've probably noticed that this is a new format for these videos as we're practicing social distancing. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
This video is sponsored by LoanPad, the exciting new peer-to-peer lending platform specialising in property bridging loans. If you want a change from the uncertainty of recent stock market swings, with this peer-to-peer platform you can receive a stable 5% interest when you invest in their premium account.
And get a £50 free cash bonus when you open an account and invest £1,000 with them for 1 year when you use a special link on the offers page at Unshackled.com. We'll put the link to this offers page in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Now let's get into the video.
Excuse number 1. I don't have an idea, or it's been done already. You say you don't have an idea, but there must be something you are passionate about or good at that you would like to share with others. When you were last allowed out for a coffee, did you think, I could do this better? Why not, when all the current madness is over, start a mobile cafe service with a converted van that you can drive around business districts? The long-term goal could be to scale it to a fleet of 50 such vehicles and employ a bunch of people to run it for you.
Or maybe you like walking in the countryside. Could you film your walks and post highlights online and start a walking enthusiast website selling maps and walking boots?
Of course this has been done before. Everything has been done before. You just need to find a way to do it your way, with your spin on it. Look at us. There are approximately 1 kajillion personal finance channels on YouTube, and yet we've done alright with this channel because we do it in our own way.
Excuse number 2, I wouldn't know how to start. An understandable worry if you've never started a business before. There is no route map for starting a business. It's not like starting a career where you first educate yourself by following a structured syllabus and qualification timetable, then later submit structured CVs to a structured interview process.
Let us tell you the secret of how to start a business, and it's just this. Just start. Allocate yourself a 2-hour time slot, sit down with your laptop, a pad of paper and a pen, and work out the things that you need to do tomorrow. Start with thinking of your step 1. Then tomorrow, do those things, and end the day by making a note of the things you need to do the following day.
Excuse number 3, I don't have enough time. If you have 24 hours in a day, like most people on planet Earth do, then you will fill that time with routine. You'll have a set way of living each day that will become the norm for you.
But if you were told with a gun to your head that you needed to find another 2 or 3 hours a day to work on some task, you would soon reassess that routine. You'd realise you could wake up at 6 AM instead of 7 AM, and put in an hour of graft before work. You could give yourself an hour in the evening to fit in some side hustle effort. And once the money taps are turned on, you'll want to make that time. This video was shot during the start of the lockdown in the UK during the virus outbreak of 2020. If you are watching this video around the time it was released, then you really have no excuse to say that you don't have any time on your hands right now.
Excuse number 4, I can't afford to start. People who say this are mistaking the cost of setting up a new business with the cost of running an established successful business. Do you own a laptop, a phone? Okay, great, then you can afford to start. If you work out later that in order to progress you need to access finance from somewhere else, you can figure out how best to do that in your business plan. We started Unshackled.com with about £500, which bought us a camera and some other basics, but we could have started by using the camera on one of our phones if we had to.
Excuse number 5. It'll be easier at X specified time in the future. We hear this a lot. I'll start next year when I get my big bonus is one, or when I get my new job I'll finally have the time to start. The problem is, if you don't start now, you may never. Strike while the iron is hot, they say. You might have more time and more money 1 year from now, but you'll have missed out on 1 year of hard effort.
Remember, it's widely acknowledged that in the first 2 years of business it is often the hardest, and the money taps probably won't even start until you're at least 1 year in. Get the groundwork in now and use your future wage or time boost to expand your already established side hustle.
Excuse number 6. I don't want to waste my time. Your time will never be wasted by trying to better yourself. If you don't achieve the result you want, you may instead learn that your business idea needs tweaking or is not possible without X and Y unforeseen circumstances.
You may learn that you're not cut out for a side hustle, but at least that way you'll learn that you need to excel in your career or invest in stocks or in property more heavily. What you won't have done is wasted your time, and if you have to start over, then you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience.
Excuse number 7. I might fail. So, in the US, around half of businesses fail within the first 5 years, but this is not in itself a reason not to start a business. You could start 10 businesses, and if 9 failed, you still have 1 which didn't.
In school, we are taught that failure is a bad thing, that if you get a test wrong, you carry that grade for life. In business, no one is keeping a tally on the number of times that you fail, only the times that you succeed. You can keep trying repeatedly until you get it right. Learn by doing.
Excuse number 8. I make more from my job. If you think you can make more money from a job than you can from a side hustle, then you're not thinking big enough. Your side hustle needs to have 2 things. A short-term plan for getting from startup to a basic income, and a long-term plan that takes your business global or scales it to the point where you no longer have to worry about money ever again.
A good scalable side hustle business is potentially limitless in its reach. There's no reason why a website or a YouTube business can't earn £500 a month, £5,000 a month, or even £50,000 a month other than scale.
Excuse number 9. There is no demand for what I want to do. But how do you know this? Doing what you want to do in the way that you want to do it has never been tried before. There may be no demand for selling keyrings made out of stale fish fingers. But if you marketed it right, there's nothing to say it couldn't be a thing. We've seen people selling fresh air in a can. We're not joking. Incidentally, if any of you do get rich from selling fish finger keyrings, checks for our cut of the royalties can be made out to Money Unshackled Limited.
Excuse number 10. I won't get rich from starting a side hustle. Probably everyone you know is an employee. You've been brought up to believe that making money happens by working a job and that is how you get rich. It's not true.
How many people do you know that get up each day at 5 AM to put in an hour of graft on their side hustle before they go to work and then stay up until midnight editing their website? Nobody probably. Which is why you don't see people getting rich from side hustles.
We say change your outlook, start a scalable side hustle and drop those excuses.
Question of the day. What's your step 1 for starting your business? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is MoneyUnshackled.com. See you next time.